Hey guys, so Netanyahu convinced security cabinet after release of 3 hostages. It's been reported. So President Trump has set a deadline for Hamas to release all hostages. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will convince his political security cabinet as soon as possible to decide of Israel's next step shortly after President Donald Trump's noon deadline for Hamas has set to release all remaining hostages passed. The combination of the reinforcement of IDF forces around the Gaza Strip and President Trump's assertive stance to lead to the release of one of the 3 hostages today. Despite Hamas' earlier refusal to release them, Prime Minister also appreciates the president's full support for Israel's decisions regarding the Gaza Strip going forward, Netanyahu said in a statement. Earlier this week, Hamas claimed that Israel was not holding up its end of the ceasefire agreement by delaying the return displaced Palestinians to northern Gaza, targeting them with gunfire and slowing down aid, and said that the hostage prisoner exchange would be postponed, and later said the exchange would take place as planned. Hamas militants released more Israeli hostages on Saturday as part of the ceasefire agreement. Trump issued a statement on Saturday warning the new deadline has set for the release of all hostages being held in Gaza, and said that he will leave it up to Israel to decide whether they will violate the ceasefire and continue fighting. Israel will now have to decide whether they will do about the 12 o'clock today deadline imposed of the release of all hostages. The United States will back the decision they make, Trump wrote in a post on his social media platform. And all 3 hostages freed of captivity are the U.S. nationals Sergei Decay, Ken Horn, and Sasha Trugafo, according to hostages and missing families forum. And the returning hostages crossed the border security into Israel's territory and made their best way to the initial reception of the point of southern Israel, where they were reunited with their families. In exchange for Hamas releasing the 3 more Israeli hostages, Israel began freeing another 369 Palestinian prisoners on Saturday, most of whom are arrested in the Gaza Strip in a terror attack on October 7, 2023. And 3 hostages are currently being accompanied by IDF Special Forces and ISA forces in their return to Israeli territory, and they will undergo an initial medical assessment. The joint statement said the commanders and soldiers in Israeli Defense Forces salute and embrace the returning hostages as